Hi there, Michael Green again, West Coast British. Hey, we're out in the 1966 Land Rover NADA, which means North American Dollar Area. This is a 6-cylinder car. Highest horsepower Land Rover ever made. 128 horsepower, 10.5 to 1 compression ratio, 2-inch SU carburetor. Sadly, that engine's long gone. I don't know where it went. Wasn't with the car when I got it back. This car was my dad's company car when it was new. He was, at that time, product development engineer for the Rover Motor Company of North America. Anyway, come along for a ride. Okie dokie, here we go. Yeah, we're not in the dirt right now. Maybe a little while later. Yeah, we haven't had this out in a bit. Last time we had it out, we took it to the Ironstone Concours with the 63 88-inch, which is a turbo diesel. That's the Camel Trophy car. And this barrels along on the highway. We're just going to putt through here and see what it gets us right here. Yeah, I wish it had power steering, but it doesn't. It's all right on the road. It's backing up with a trailer on it, I'm painting on the foot. Okay. New camera angle, if I can speak. Jesus. And we're in the 6-banger here. It's been fiddling with a carburetor recently, so sure made big improvement. Throttle response and whatnot. The thing really goes now. It's been a while since I messed with it, so anyway, you'll see in a minute. Your 6-cylinder won't do this. That's 60 already. Stinks out here. These things, when they bloom and they're running that cannery, boy, it pretty reeks out here. Nobody out here today. See, look at that. You can just torque this thing to no end. 2,500. 2,800. 50 already. Let's get up this downhill. I'll get on in a bit here. You don't even have to put the secondaries all the way 5 different carburetors on it. We've had a 670 Truckmaster. Then we went to a 390, but we took all the 670 stuff off and put it on the 390 to make it a 390 Truckmaster. And I didn't like it. I took it off, put it back together, put it on a customer's Range Rover, sent it out the door. I complained to Holly. They built me a 470 Truckmaster. And then we got a bit cagey. So the ports and the manifold were yay big, so we made sleeves with tapers on them, taper out to match the 470 carburetor. Watch. Outrun my 110. Mind you, the 110, which is number 499, that's got a 4.2 liter in it since July 2025. We built it up pretty cool. It's got Ross forged racing pistons in it. Had to rebalance all the crank and the rods. The rods had to be machined to change the weight and the balance factors. It's got a decent cam that'll pass smog, but pulls like a freight train. You can't buy any of the original, so even if you get some ding-dong, for use of a better word, I'm being polite here, from the Air Resources Board, well, you can modify these things nowadays, as much as they don't like it. There's a thing called the Song-Beverly Act. The Song-Beverly Act is part of the Lemon Law, in which states, if the manufacturer can't supply the parts within the next days, like it's 30 days, or thereafter 90 days, you don't have to have it. And this SOB, Gavin Useless, and his pals, if they had their way, all these classic cars would be off the roads completely. Look what they did to that Jay Leno thing trying to get through the smog, got thrown out. Anyway. Gotta love Eddie. Fabulous roads out here. I've been riding in this car, or driving this car, since it was virtually new. Like I said before, it's with Dad's company car from 1966 onwards. They left it on the books for some years because there was no more 109 station wagons being imported for some unknown reason, except for some schmuck in the New York office who thought he knew better. Anyway, in 1971 or thereabouts, somebody said, get that car off the books. So my mother and father bought it. Company repainted it, yada, yada, yada. I actually drove the thing when I was 9, so that would have been 1967 up at Mount Rose. We had a third gear around there. See what? Yeah, try that in your Land Rover. This thing pulls like a freight train. It's actually easier to tow with this than it is the 110. We had the Corvette on the back for the Danville d'Elegance Parkinson's event in September. And it's not a lightweight trailer we were using. It was kind of like a farm trailer for your tractor. Anyway, we had that on the back with the Corvette on the trailer. And this will pull it a whole side easier than the 110. Down at the shop, we got screwed, literally. We lost our lease because the city of Livermore got some motorhead that thinks they can revitalize the whole place. But it's not going to happen. There's no aircraft business there anymore. Hasn't been in 30 years. But anyway, we have to move, so we're trying to move, or we're going to close, one of the two. But the YouTube stuff won't stop. We'll keep doing it. We need you guys' support. You got to like, you got to subscribe. wants to see interaction. I get it. I gotta come down here in the MG one day. We'll do a video in the GT. I got an FIA GT coupe. That's a real big one. We'll try to do that for you. I'm doing a couple events coming up. I think November 15th, if I got my dates right, it'd be a Saturday. Offroadexperience.com. You can sign up if you got any kind of four-wheel drive. You want to come out and have some fun, learn how to drive it without breaking it. Bring the wife, bring the kids, whatever you want to do. We take all makes. And then come December, if I'm not moving, we're going to do a rally event. Basically, it's no racing. It's just follow the SCCA Pro Rally routes on a couple of old route books I have. Should be kind of fun. If you're interested in rally cars, let us know. That don't sound good. I wonder why third gear's making noise. Huh. Anyway. Subscribe and tell your friends, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.